Let's do this.
No time to rest. Spread the breath of death. Follow the scent of death.
Have a pleasant dream. This will make everyone feel good. What a nuisance. Your death will be swift and painless.
Crumble and fear. I'll kill you myself. And wait.
Let the stars guide you. Stars, grant me your powers.
What is up, everybody? It is Champions Arena launch night. I'm here with Doug Hype, my good buddy. We're both in the Classy Games Hydra Guild right now, and it is going nuts tonight out there, guys. It is absolutely crazy. The Gala Games servers are working overtime, and it's just it's mayhem. And I've been in the arena. I got my ass handed to me. I've actually gone through the tutorials now. I kind of know what it is that I'm doing, although not so much. Anyway, Doug, for those people who don't know you, how are you, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing super great. As you can see, I actually live in a green screen. Like my whole life is in a green screen. I could be anything, anywhere. But today, we're playing the big new release from Gala Games, and we've been hanging out with like the Hydra Guild and Classy and all these people and really diving in. It just released, and we're going over all of it, and it's been a lot of fun to check out the game. It looks like it's going to be a really successful game on phone, on PC. A lot of people are playing it. It looks exciting.
Totally. I have been on there playing for the last couple of hours. People in our guild, though, have basically taken off an entire week from work and are now talking about nothing but Champions Arena. Absolutely crazy to me, guys. This is one of those games that's been really hyped up, and it's one of Gala's AAA just hitting the launch pad right now. The game right now won't even take your money. So if you haven't got anything, you don't need to worry about it. You can go out there and play for free. This game is a free-to-play NFT game. You can convert your champions into NFTs later on if you don't want to. And it's just one of those really cool things that I think more people are going to come in over time. This is the launch date, of course, and everybody was super excited. I don't know how many people are in that guild, but I'm thinking there's probably like 100 or so. Doug, what did you see?
Well, the guild just started, like yesterday or something? Like just Classy created it, and he's the big Gala Games guy. He's big into it. You got all these people in there, and all of a sudden, boom, like all these people are jumping in and making, their land thing. What is it called? There's a name for it. And then, each people in-game guild. And then you use like gems in the game and all this stuff that you acquire as a player to contribute to the guild and build up your castle. So everyone's like figuring that out right now, like what they need to do. The game is a little bit broken because you can't buy anything. So like people are trying to like just look at everything and then level up really fast to try to get ranked high in the arena. It's apparently like the number one goal right now.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody wants to get to the arena as quickly as possible. I found out that you have to actually go through the first 10 challenges in order to do that. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't even aware of, but it's great because it's got that tutorial that kind of guides you through, holds your hand, lets you know what's going on. And then once you can do your auto battles, that's really nice. I don't have any clue what I'm doing, what spells I'm casting, or what kind of attacks I'm using, but I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm smashing keys, I'm smashing buttons, and I don't know. This is going to be one of those games I can see myself staying up all night, all day. trying to figure out what I can do in order to catch up to some of these guys who are already like level 40. Man, this is absolutely crazy to me.
The
But
first raid is like level 40, so I'm like, I guess we all got to run to level 40 real quick. Jump in the mine. You got to mine for gems and stuff. But
yeah,
like yourself, you got some, I think, chests ahead of time. A lot of people, like, they sold out the chests ahead of time, sold out. And I was like, what? That's crazy in this economy, baby. And they did. And I was like, wow, this is going really great for them. And people are really excited about this game. It really kind of feels like a really nice mobile game. We've seen these before where you do some adventuring and there's an arena and stuff, like a very typical RPG. There's a little bit of raid system. It's like a very simple version of like an RPG, right?
right.
Like a very super simple version of like a turn-based World of Warcraft RPG thing. And I can see people putting a lot of work into this game because it looks fun, cool graphics. It's just kind of like fun to play.
Totally. It's one of those games that I think is going to grow on people. You're going to start leveling up your heroes and going into all of these challenges. And I didn't even really get to go on the exploration. I did one just to see if I was get into a raid, and I have no clue what that's about. Have you done any raids yet?
I've gone into that realm. It's like the explorer realm where there's like land and you have to go and like explore. You go into caverns or mines and then you send them in and like 20 minutes later your characters come back and they'll find like a monster to fight or different things. Like you're exploring and looking for things to fight that pop up. And then there's like raids or like bosses you can fight. And then there's like time stuff, in these mobile games where you're like, hey, I'm going to send these 3 characters and it's going to take them 4 hours to go in this mine. And when they come out, I'll get like a treasure chest or something, or they'll find a monster to fight. So what it's doing is it's putting buy pressure on you to get more characters so you can do more things, like send them off to do more stuff, basically.
Yeah, I did get a chance to summon 2 new champions, which was kind of cool. I got the one archer girl who is absolutely nuts. When she goes and does her crit, she just she leans back and she shoots that arrow and it goes through any armor, any weapons. It does thousands of points of damage. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, I'm pretty psyched about her. The rest of my guys, pretty mediocre as far as I can tell.
Well, you haven't opened up your chest yet, right? She's like somebody that I think almost everybody gets in the game to start off, so they have a nice character. But when you go in the arena, all these people have their legendaries and their 4 or 5 star characters already, from their chests. And I just got dunked on most of the time. I almost beat a legendary one time. I got like to the last hit where we both were like very little, but yeah, it's a little bit pay to win. You kind of have to at least have some high level characters, but we'll see how that works with like the battle pass and stuff, because there might be situations where you don't necessarily have to spend a lot, which would be nice. We really don't like games that are heavy pay to win.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could take some low level non-paid NFTs and actually get them through the game and be able to compete in the arena and win some nice things. And be
I
able
don't
to
think
get
the
on
common
scoreboard.
players and stuff are going to help much. We talked about this in the guild, but there might be situations where like you need to have them for specific things, like a guild contest, and then you can only use a certain class, right? So they'll probably do something like that. But in the arena, unless they have some kind of special skill, maybe a healer, I don't think they're going to be very useful.
Yeah, definitely. You're absolutely right with that. And you can see, guys, right in here, this is the guild's Discord. The game itself is played on iOS, Android, or PC, not on Mac. So I don't have access to it on on my actual desktop computer. This is I was playing on my phone earlier, which was great, but it doesn't do much for streaming. So this is kind of interesting to watch my guildmates playing this, and they have a much better idea what it is they're doing. They went through the play test, and they pretty much had an idea what they were doing right when they jumped in. You can see the estates right there. They have an estate called Hydra Estate, and I'm a part of it right now. I really have no clue what the estate does other than you can summon new heroes and you can do a couple of other things. And the higher you get your estate, the cheaper it is to do things, which is kind of cool. I'm waiting for the Nexuses to come out. That sounded really cool to me. Have you even checked out the Nexuses at all?
No, I haven't. There's actually a bunch of things in the game that I haven't tried out yet.
Yeah, so the Nexuses are the way that you can lend your heroes out, so you can take your NFTs and put them in the Nexus, and then people can borrow them and use them and go play, and then whatever they get split with you and the Nexus
Nice.
owner. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, the Nexuses aren't going to be, I guess, deployed until November, so you got a couple months until those come out. Although everybody was getting super excited today because there was some Veronica NFT that's selling now on OpenSea for like 2.5 ETH. Do you know anything about that?
I guess that they got all bought up. I think she might not even be there anymore, possibly because it's like a really powerful character. And if you're going to invest a bunch in the game, and it's probably smart by that company because it's really smart to have very obvious characters that are really good, because then people will go and buy them and spend a lot of money on them, and then all that buy pressure makes the cost to them go up, and it makes the game look good because people are buying really expensive NFTs, right?
Right. Yeah, there's definitely going to be that case where, you've got those NFTs that are selling for, what is that, like $5,000?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when people see a game, there's like a major amount of interest, and they think it's going to go really well. Look at Parallels. That's doing pretty well right now. A lot of people are playing it. And I actually DM'd them the other day, and I was like, hey, just so you know, if you want to be in, like, talk about anything, I'm open to it, because it looks like the game's really cool. And they're like, well, we don't pay influencers. And I'm like, well, that's not really what I meant. I just meant like, hey, if I'm playing the game, whatever, any interactions or synergy, or even with other games I represent, stuff like that, right? And they're like, but I found out that most everything they did was organic, and it's paid off. They've done really well with that. And now I think something like seeing that success maybe has even helped people believe in a game like this, to be like, hey, we're going to even go more into this game, because the game only really has a lot of value if you care about finance, if a lot of people are playing it, right?
Right. Yeah, you've got to have a big, group of people that are all playing the game and having fun and making some money from it, because that's what everybody's out here to do on these NFT games, definitely. So yeah, the more people you can get in here, the more people that are competing, the better. And I know at some point too, they're going to open it up to a lot more players. Right now, it's kind of still just, I would call this like almost just pre-launch. So, we can't even get a battle pass yet, which was something that I was looking to get as quickly as I could, because I know it comes with a ton of perks, and, there's gem packs as well.
Yep.
And when you don't have the gems and a couple of other things, it makes it really difficult, especially since I never played any of the play tests. Did you get a chance to test it out and try it out before it actually went live?
I don't think so. I remember wanting to try out some Gala games, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I had all my accounts set up. I had my wallet connected and all that stuff ready to go, just in case I liked the game and thought it was cool. I liked the graphics and everything. But it wasn't really until I saw they sold out their chests that I thought this was going to be like, bananas, where like there's so many people playing that it's just going to like skyrocket. Now, if I would have known that in the past, I might have gotten one of those chests, but I often will wait now, because all the times in the past I did that, it didn't work out. So like you just kind of, you're not always sure. But I think you got some chests right, and it probably was a smart move.
Yeah, I jumped in on the first day when I saw Classy's video, and I bought 4 of the random treasure chests, which were great. I got 2 rare and 2 epic champions, which I think were pretty good, and so that's kind of cool. I wish I would have gotten a legendary. I didn't know legendary was the top tier, but I'll take my 2 epics, and I'm gonna battle them out and see what I can get from them. That's that's super cool. I agree with you. I was kind of skeptical when it first came out. I was like, well, there's 3,000 chests, and when I went out to the store to buy one, there was still about 2,100 left. But within the next 2 days, they sold out. So I was like, wow.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
how did they do that, right? Because I looked at it too, and there wasn't that many sold. So I was like, I'll just wait to see what happens with the free market, because people will start dumping stuff they don't like, and maybe I'll find something I like and snipe it. That's often a really good move. With
Exactly.
this, it might not be so much because of how much popularity it has.
Yeah. So that kind of leads me to believe, what do you think is going on right now in terms of the market direction? Because we're starting to see, like you said, with Parallels and some of these other games that are coming online, they're just they're getting a lot more interest. This has been the first successful like minting in a while, where everything's sold out, and now the game's been a success so far. And I mean, just from the guild people that I've spoken to in Discord, they're super excited. Like I said, guys, there's people that are taking an entire week off of work just so they can start playing this game and get into it hardcore.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that people that are hardcore gamers, they look at RPGs like this, they can probably see the promise of it and the guild system and everything. And I think a lot of people just are looking for a Gala Games type situation where they're like desperate a little bit for a Web3 game that's going to actually deliver and have a lot of people playing and have it be fun. And this game literally looks like a typical Web2 kind of mobile game-ish, but like it just looks legit. And you can easily see on mobile, once now it's deployed on like the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, that it could take off. It could easily take off in that way because of the mobile aspect of it. I think if it was just PC, I don't think it would be the case. But if you get Web 2 people streaming in, on top of the Web 3 people already bought out of the packs, then it could become crazy. So that's maybe why they're going in so hard, because they see this as a really good play.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. It's one of those first, like I said, AAA type of games that's really hitting the market. And, it's put on by the One Universe team, at least they're the developers in South Korea. And the South Koreans know their game. So I was kind of excited about that one. I saw the first AMA with the team down there. They were all, they were all super excited to get it out. And I just think it's going to be a big success. I talked to the Gala team today, a little bit behind the scenes, and I got a chance to get in with some of the affiliate codes and what's going on. So I'll list that in the description down below after the video, so that you guys, if you haven't been on Gala Games and you want to go out there and check it out, this is a free-to-play game. You can go in there and just create an account and log in and start playing like right now, which is cool because, like I said, none of us, it won't even take your money right now. You can't even buy anything in game. So
and you can use on mobile, you can use like typical payment methods, non-crypto stuff through your phone. But in the PC version, I think it's only crypto, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they're taking. I haven't even seen the battle pass yet. So once I get a chance to go out there and do it, guys, I'll create a couple of tutorials, because getting in and actually setting up everything, it took Grady a good 30 minutes to buy his treasure boxes the other night, because you do have to set up a Gala account, you have to get some transfer codes, you got to do all that rigmarole. We're hoping that smart contract wallets are going to take a lot of that difficulty out of the entire process, but right now it's still the same. Get in there, give them 16 two-factor authentication codes and all the authentication, and then once you finally put all that together, they'll give you your account. But yeah, it's an interesting process to get to the point where you can actually play these games. That's what happens, I guess, when you've got those in-game assets. You don't want to lose them because somebody snipes your account from somewhere.
Yeah, and also a side note, we were talking about this earlier. It is free to play, but in games like this situation, if you want to compete and like do really well and join a guild and contribute, like you might have to pay some. Like, for example, hey, Grady's here. Look at this guy.
Hey, let's go. All right. How's this going? You guys getting it figured out?
Totally. We figured out the whole game already. Christian
Nice.
figured it out on his own.
I'm pretty sure I won.
Yeah, I had to get the kids to bed. Had the kids, lots going. I'm exhausted, but I had to pop in and say I showed the game to the kids. They're pumped. Oh man, I'm excited for this game. So catch me up. What's going on here?
Yeah,
okay,
well,
Christian, can I tell him real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Doug.
Hydra Guild, boom, boom, building castles and fighting, and people are already like ranked in like the top 5. It's like the game is like a bunch of crypto Grady's that just dove in and aped in and are just battling out for first place right now. It's nuts. Like they're all mad because you can't buy stuff in the store right now. There's a bunch of bugs. But if you previously bought chests and you have those legendaries, you can go in and just start like kicking butt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have really high cards, it's going to be a little bit rough.
I didn't realize that it's only iOS and Android and PC. I don't have a PC. I've got a Mac, so you can play it on your phone or your iPad or whatever, or your Android device. This is
You
in
could.
Discord, so these are the guildmates right now. Grady, you're going to want to go out to Classy's Discord. I
Yeah.
forget what it's called, Hydra or something like that.
Yeah.
And make sure you get in there because they have an estate where you can go and level up your characters and get them, get discounts and stuff. And I didn't really know much about the game until all these guys started chatting about what to do, how to do it. They had a plan set out like 20 minutes before the game started, and then they all ran out and executed while I was like trying to figure out how to download the thing on my phone. So it took me a while, but I got through the first 10 levels of the challenges, and then I got to the arena and then got my ass handed to me. Man, the guys in the arena, it's no joke. They're playing for keeps.
Wow. I can't wait to catch up on this video. And I'm sure Classy Games is going to be cranking out some awesome content on this. Okay, baby. Let's go. Doug, good to see you, baby.
Yeah,
Where
dude,
is
this is exciting. This is a big night in Web3 gaming because, dude, this game sold out. And not only that, Web2 people don't even know about it yet, really. So, not only is it sold out and there's heroes already selling for like 2 ETH on the marketplace or something, Web2 people come in and imagine it could blow up like crazy, right?
Oh, man. My kids, they liked it. It's always a good indicator for me.
Yeah,
It looks
get them
just
playing.
like a lot of Web2 mobile games, right? Where it's like cute little characters. They're going through adventures and PvP arenas. It's not like over the top graphics, but it's kind of fun. It's fun, cartoony graphics, but it looks good, It looks
Yeah.
really nice. And the characters look cool. I like a lot of the characters. And
The
so
storyline looks cool. The
Mhm.
storyline. Yeah.
it does, and people are just jacked up about it, man. They're trying to figure out every way. In the Hydra Guild, there's a couple people ranked in the top 5 right now. I think one person was ranked number 1 at least. I don't know if they still are. So it's pretty exciting and cool to see that, and also just be around people that seem to know what to do in the game. And then they're already DMing me. They're like, "Are you helping with the construction of the castle yet?" And I'm like, right away, it's like you got to get in there, contribute, do stuff. But the problem is you can't get into the payment system yet, so there's a lot of bugs.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess the battle pass was supposed to get sold initially, and I tried to go out there and buy the battle pass, and everybody in the guild was like, "You can't buy the battle pass, you can't buy
No.
the gem packs." So it's kind of everybody's on a level playing field to start off because we can't buy any of the additional add-ons, which is nice. But I went through the tutorial for the first time, and I got a chance to see the battles and what I'm supposed to do, and it's a pretty good walkthrough. I'd say as far as games go, it got me orientated with everything really quickly, and then after about 45 minutes of playing, I kind of knew what I was doing. I mean, I still have to link my top 2 leveled champions together with my bottom 2. I guess you can link them up so that when you level up your heroes or your champions, you can level up 2 that you pick are the best 2, and then you can take those 2 and you can link them to the bottom 2 or any of the other ones that you want to, and then they all are the same level, so you don't have to worry about wasting gems on lower level champions. So there's little nuances inside the game, and there's some really great content creators, Classy and some other ones that went out there and made some really great content about what to do, like 12 pointers and things like that, so you can go out and get that info.
Yeah. And
The
he's got
key
that
is sorry, go
spreadsheet.
ahead.
Yeah. He's got that spreadsheet, right, Doug?
Yeah, where you can go in and there's a link. It's like a database hub thing. And the key, though, is you want to be able to contribute to the guild that you're in so you can build up your guild castle, because the faster you build up the guild, the more discounts you get in the game, I believe. And it unlocks things too. And you get like stuff like characters or something, right? And also so I think you can get that from the battle pass. The battle pass also gives you an epic character, I think, like a 4-star character. So there's a lot of ways to do stuff in the game. It's just right now, you have to like wait a little bit for some of the things. But
Yep.
I think it's going to be a really popular game. I really do.
Yeah, baby. Let's go Gala Games.
Hey, there's the market. They just showed the market, I think, where you can buy heroes and stuff right there.
Okay. Are you guys playing a match here?
This is the Discord, right?
This is actually the Discord because I can't stream it unless I put it on my phone. And if I put it on my phone and mirror it on the screen, then I can't do the stream. So it's like,
I see.
it's a hard one to do. But so I'm in Discord right now. You can see my Discord ID. And then the guys are playing like they're. It's cool because they're playing and they're talking about it, so I can watch them do what they're doing, and then I can go out there and try to do it myself. But these guys are really good. They've been playing for a while because once you get in the arena, it's PvP, and the guys in the arena just want to kick your ass because they win gems and lapis and all the other materials in the game. So it's really, I can see spending a lot of time in here. Now I know why these guys. There's one guy, Grady, that said, "I'm taking off the entire week just so I can play this game."
Yeah, like they're not going to sleep. They're just going to go to work and play this game 24/7. That's the thing. Right away, I thought about like tier lists for the best players, right? Or like, builds for different characters because you can actually put equipment on characters. You can add stuff to them. So there's a lot of RPG elements to the game, and figuring out what are the best, builds and skills and equipment and characters basically is they already know what the number one best character in the game is, and I think that one sold out. And we were talking about, I think it was over 2 ETH and it sold out. I don't even think you can get it anymore.
Dang.
Yeah. So the top character is name's Veronica, and they said there's a Veronica in OpenSea for 2.5 ETH, and I was like, what the hell's a Veronica, and how come it's $5,000? But yeah, it's supposed to be the best champion in the game.
Wow.
Yeah, they said it's really OP, like it's really strong. So that's the thing is when you're smart, if you're a smart game, you don't want to make everything the same. You want to have tiers. So if people have the ETH or whatever, they'll go out and just get it. And when it's obvious. And so they did that. Obviously, they made a character that's really strong. And that Veronica's probably going to be kicking our butt in the arena, I'm sure. It's going to be, when you see Veronica, just run, they said. Just don't even try.
Wow. Well, KP, I misread your text. You totally said, you did say 10 p.m. For some reason, I read 7 because I didn't slow down and read the whole text. And so I came on here ready to go at a little before 7 and was like, oh, this is, or Central, whenever it was. I'm like, oh, I'm 3 hours. This is 3 hours away. So I got the kids. I've got coming to Rare Evo where Doug is speaking, baby. Rare Evo.
Yeah, we're going to be at Rare Evo. We're going to be causing some fun there.
Yeah, wrapping stuff up, getting the kids down to bed, and I got to run. But I'm going to come back and listen to this whole stream, and I'm pumped to get on to Classy Games. Watch this. I agree. I think this is going to be big for Web3. Excited about everything Gala Games is doing, and I love you guys, baby.
Love you too, man. Get some rest. This is all live gameplay right here. So these are the guys in the guild that are kicking ass. I love watching this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Dude, look at that. Oh, man. That guy just got jacked.
Yep.
This whole team just got jacked.
Exactly.
Yeah, in this game, I think like magic and healing and spells and like protection spells are going to be huge because they know right away who to go for, what character to hit that's got a high attack power. So you're going to have to build strategies in order to figure out how to keep your people alive.
Wow. Man, this is going to be a fun game to do some streams on, connect with Stash and Classy Games out there and other gamers. This is going to be fun, KP, Doug. I love it.
Yeah. Web3 starts to come to the mainstream here. This is really cool. I mean, I'm glad that we could all get together on this. I was surprised when I saw Doug in the Discord today. I hopped into Classy's Discord and I was like, Doug, hype. Oh, okay, I know that dude. We gotta talk about this.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like I've been talking to Classy about it in his separate Discord from that Discord and like all that stuff because I knew it was going to be a big thing. But I really think this is going to be the first crossover Web3 game, like because of mobile. As long as they get the bugs worked out and everything, it's going to come up in the Apple and Play Store and people are going to start downloading it, right, and playing it. The only thing that could hold it back is if it's too much pay to win. That could be an issue. So the devs might have to like figure out a way to deal with that. But
okay,
I don't know. This game looks to me like it has everything to be a really hot mobile game.
Man,
yeah, definitely. And Grady, your kids can hop in too because it's free to play, so they can just download the game on their phone and start playing.
Wow. So do you need to use the MetaMask wallet or no?
No,
you don't
no
have
wallets
to.
Needed.
Wow.
It makes its own like wallet for you, I think, or something, or whatever it is. But yeah, you can just pay with like a click on your phone or whatever.
Dang. All right,
at
guys.
least the bugs are gone.
This is exciting. I'm pumped. I'm going to get on there. Classy Games, get in his Discord, join this guild, I guess. Should we all just join his guild?
Probably. It's going to be a good guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of guilds out there, and everybody said to join a guild because you have to have an estate, and the estates, like Doug was talking about, the
like land.
higher your estate level is, the cheaper it is to do summons and things. I've already summoned 2 additional champions, and so you get these summon whatever they're called, and then you throw them together and you make a new champion, and you have a whole book of like the 50 or 60 of them that are out there, and you can like get them all and keep them on your team. Or if you get a bad one, you can throw it back in the pile and take their bones and grind them down and make a new one. It's pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it is really exciting.
I love it. Okay, guys. Love you. I'm going to catch up with this later. I love you guys.
Yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Pumped.
So
You guys have fun.
In
Yeah,
person.
have fun at Rare Evo. If you're in Rare Evo, guys, you got to go check out Doug and Grady and go hang out and chat for a bit.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on there. Kong's
Gonna be a
coming
lot of
over, you know, other games, other projects. We're
we
going to
got
get
Lazy
out there.
Rivers. It's going to be
Yeah.
a good time.
Fun. Okay, guys. Love you. Take care.
Thanks, Grady. You're the best.
You too. Love you
All right.
guys.
Bye,
See,
good guy.
keep hustling, baby. Okay, see ya.
Yeah, he's got to take care of the kids and then run to Rare Evo in the morning and come here to Denver and stuff. A lot going on, and like
Definitely. So,
Well,
Doug, what
it's-
are you going to
no,
be
it's really-
talking? What are you going to be talking about at Rare Evo? I saw you as the one of
I'm
the
not technically like a speaker on stage. I'm a special guest because I'm going to be like interviewing people and stuff like that.
Oh, gotcha.
But if there's a spot that opens on the panel, I might end up be there. The people running the conference don't really know me that well. Like it all kind of just came together through whatever, I guess. But sometimes these smaller conferences, I'll speak at them because the conference people will be friends with people that know who I am, and they're like, you got to get Doug to speak. And then, but if they don't, then they just go with like the handful of like really super popular people, and then like CEOs of like projects and companies, right? Because they want them to bring in their money and like sponsors and stuff, and it looks good. But anyways, that's kind of how that all works. And then you just kind of build from there and stuff. Even if people that are looking to be speakers and stuff, like this is crazy, Christian, because like, for example, I am an official captain for the STG football game tournament that's coming up in a couple weeks. And there's actual NFL players in it, right? Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson, like all-star players. And they've got a license with the NFLPA, so those characters are like in the game and everything. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, all that stuff is in the game, right? And I've even contacted some NFL players to see if they wanted to join in the tournament too. And then they asked me, they didn't say for sure, but there's possibilities I could possibly be even like calling the games, like hosting and stuff, and being play-by-play and stuff. And there's also a tweet on my Twitter page right now where it's on the download, but whoever gets the most, they said, who do you want to win from the captains? And whatever captain gets the most mentions in the tweets of saying, hey, I want Doug to win or whatever, we're going to win a chance to call a game with really prominent people in it, right? They're going to pick us to be like the host or play them or play against them or something, right? Something cool. And I'm like, yeah, everybody go and like say you want me to win so I can do this thing. But for example, if you want to raise yourself up and take those next steps, work on your presentation skills, your communication skills, your business skills, and then keep doing stuff. Keep, having shows like this, going and speaking in places, and eventually going to keep going up and up and up. And those people didn't even barely know me, but I did a stream with them and I jumped in and played the game with them. And right away they asked me to do stuff. And it was like, you know what I mean? I didn't have to have like 200,000 YouTube followers or something, right? So it was really cool to have that happen. And I'm like, yes, this is so great. I hope it all works out, and want to keep doing stuff like that. So I've always dreamed of like being a play-by-play or color person for like sports. And now it's like Web3 and video games. It's like pretty much kind of the same thing. Shoutcasting, calling games, whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of really cool stuff happening in that game. The football game is like NFL Blitz. I'm sure I'm going to do more streams and stuff about it. And if you ever want to do one, we can. It's really exciting. They've got all like 9 NFL players in this tournament, right? and the company made like Tap Baseball and a lot of like Major League Baseball and other top sports brand video games in the past.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of exciting stuff happening in Web3, and I think that's the key is if we have fun games people actually want to play and cool events, and then we bring in people like NFL players, well-known people, all of a sudden it's going to start becoming more mainstream, right?
Right, right. Yeah, I think that you've got a lot to add. You're such a colorful personality, and there's so much that needs to be done on the Web3 gaming front that can be brought out. There's such great interviewers and hosts. And I was watching I think it was a league of, it was, I think it was a Dota actually. It was a Dota championship, and the announcers, they had three announcers, and they were all just insanely good. They knew everything there was to know about the game, the players, the elite moves that they were doing, everything that happened during the game. I was like, wow, these guys are on top of it. I mean,
The
pretty
level
much,
of shoutcasting or game calling is like way high now. Like 5 years ago, Madden, all this stuff, it was kind of like okay, not that great. But nowadays, people are super sharp. There's so many content creators and people and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I think the presentation events and all this stuff can really help Web3 and all the stuff we're doing really get to the next level. I'm also excited for your show with Cryptos Are Us and all that stuff you guys got going on there. A lot of fun with that, and you guys are gonna get a lot of exposure that way. There's a lot of cool stuff happening right now in Web3, and it has almost nothing to do with the economy or really like any other things that people are thinking about with like the charts and stuff. It's all about people actually making cool projects, right?
right. It definitely is. And I'm glad to see Wowie in the chat, because I'm going to need some help from people like him. He's got the brain for this stuff. I mean, his comment was that it's eerily similar to Summoner's War, which I knew that probably there was other games out there similar to
It
this,
is.
but yeah,
That's when
I don't
been
know.
saying.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how to play it. I think all you guys should get out there and play, though, guys, like Wowie and Ricardo, Hippie, Mythic Squad. Everybody in the chat should get out there and try it out. I mean, you can download it right now on your phone and start playing. And there's a easy to follow tutorial that'll lead you through the first 10 challenges. These guys that I'm watching right now, they're actually going crazy. I mean, I'm kind of paying attention to what they're doing, but they're out there in the raids and they're exploring things and they're getting all of these items. And I'm not quite sure exactly what they're doing. If you came in late, guys, this is the guild that Doug and I are in. This is Classy Games Guild, called the Hydra Guild, and it's one of those things
evil
where
Hydra.
the multi-headed Hydra Guild, and
Yeah.
we're trying to get the gist of this entire gaming setup, because there are some NFTs that are selling for a lot of money in this game. And if you weren't able to get one of those treasure chests that came out earlier, you can still convert your in-game items and your in-game players right now into NFTs later on. So you can play the game, and then you can earn in the game, and then you can see if you like it. And really, there's nothing to lose right now. In fact, they won't even take our money. I mean, there's the interface. The interface is not working for the battle pass and the gem passes and all that stuff. So hopefully they'll fix that soon. But in the meantime, this is great. I'm getting an education on the entire game. This is kind of fun to see.
If anybody's played those games like Summoning War or those like mobile games that are kind of like mini RPG games, this is definitely like that. Classy, and other people have told me, hey, this is what's kind of going to be like. And it totally is. And I kind of feel like it's even nicer than those other games. And it's got everything you're looking for. It's kind of, even though it's cartoonish a little bit, it's polished, it's nice. The game seems fun to play. And it's going to be interesting strategy that you have to figure out in the whole RPG, turn-based thing that seems to be pretty popular in mobile. There's a lot of mobile games that are kind of like this too, like Star Wars Heroes and stuff is kind of similar to this also, and that's a big game. Even like we were talking to Scott earlier, like he is Wagme. He just came out with the Wagme defense game, but he does Dokkan Battle on reviews, and that's a huge Dragon Ball Z game on mobile. And so these games are like huge on mobile. So this has a lot of potential. And I think when people see the graphics and everything that this game looks like, it's what's getting people to buy into this game. It just looks like a polished, really good mobile /PC game that they can kind of sink their teeth into and stuff. And we'll see over time if that holds true. But this could be a really big win for Web3 here.
Definitely, definitely. It's got that look to it too, where it's streamable. So for those people that are on Twitch and other
Mhm.
streaming services that are out there that they want to be able to show off to their audience and their subscribers and followers
Mhm.
and be able to bring something new to it, because guys, there's going to be so many people that hop in on this game and have no clue what it is they're doing, like me basically. And you're going to have to go into this game and figure it out from the ground up. And it's lucky that I got into Classy's guild and we talked to him last week, and now I have a little bit of understanding what to do and how to do it. But there's going to be so much intricacies to all of these different champions, and there's going to be people laying out all these different in-game items. I haven't even bought it or been able to acquire any of the items yet, so I don't even know what they do. And there's some of them that are enchanted, some of them are rare and epic, so it's going to be kind of cool to play this and
And
figure
look
this
at all
game
these
out.
cool characters they have on screen right here. This dude, the sword, that girl, these legendary characters, and yeah, I hope I can get some, man. I hope I can. I hope they fix the system and we can go in and get some cool characters because I think this game is going to be fun.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's nice that we can go in there and play this game too. Like I haven't even gotten any of my NFTs in there yet. I'm playing with just the regular
Right.
NPCs that they give you. So you guys can all go out there now and play. You don't need to buy anything to get into the game, which I think is different for us, right? We're coming from the go out there and buy a $5,000 NFT and then go play the game hopefully when it comes out. But this one's the opposite. You can go out there and start playing right now, and if you like it, buy some NFTs later.
Did you say that you had some rares? Like, what kind of characters did you get?
I sent him over to Classy because, again, I don't really have any idea what their abilities are, and he's been doing the test streams and everything. So he said that my best guy was a Garba, and that was a rare guy. I got 2 rares and I got 2 epics, and those were the rare. It goes common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendaries are the top. There's 3 legendary classes, including that Veronica. The
Mhm.
Veronica, I guess, is the legendary of the legendaries, but the rest of them are all incredible as well. They've all got their innate skills and abilities, and we'll all figure out what their best moves are over time, I guess. But this is going to be super fun to go through the game. I'm just going to go through the challenges because I got my ass handed to me in that arena fight. I just went in there just to see if I could beat somebody in PvP. Shouldn't have really probably tried that. That was very humbling.
Well, yeah. I got humbled real quick, and I almost beat one of the tough teams, and I was like so mad. I was like gonna kick my chair because I was gonna be so excited to beat a team that had like a really strong characters on it and like higher levels than me. And I lost on like the very last hit when we both had like 1 hit left, right?
Right.
But I'm probably gonna be streaming this a lot on Xenon and KP. I don't know if you have been on there yet, but it's a really cool streaming platform. And when I use StreamYard, I can stream to multiple places, right? You can stream to YouTube and all these things at the same time. And with Xenon, it's basically just Web3 Twitch, and it even has token integration, all kinds of stuff. And that's a situation where like you can do this in a Discord, but of course you could token gate stuff for a guild or anything to do that too. And the community over there is really, really cool. Everyone's really supportive. All the streamers there. I saw like a bunch of like well-known Web3 influencers have just recently joined. KG joined, and I think it was Yellow Panther joined, who has a huge following. So I'm the number 1 streamer over there right now. So I'm like, welcome everybody. I'm the king. On the front page, you'll see I have like a king on my head crown because like it's like that's the first place spot. And it's been a lot of fun to do that and to kind of integrate this all together and have something that's like for us, for Web3 people that know each other already, as opposed to like, Twitch and stuff, which is like, that's all cool and everything, but it's nice to have it. And I won a stream deck from them because
sweet.
they had a contest of like whoever does the best job of doing cool streams wins them. And I was like, oh, there's a prize. I'm like, let me try for a second. And then 2 days later, I'm like number 1. And I was like, where's my stream deck? And eventually they were like, yeah, you're going to get one. But anyways, so it is really fun to support everyone. Like in a place like Xenon, all the other streamers are coming into your stream and supporting you and doing all that stuff. And it's like all really good mojo and stuff. And that's how really good stuff starts. If you look at PewDiePie, Cinnamon Toast Ken, all of these guys started off with like knowing each other and hanging out and streaming with each other. And it took a little bit of time for them to become huge. but they had a basis of people that were their support and everything first. It's not like they just showed up and they had 100,000 people the next day, right?
Right.
It takes time. It takes a lot of work and building. And so that's what we're doing here in Web3.
Definitely. So it's Xenon. It's
Xenon.
Xenon.
I'll put a link in the chat real quick.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
people
Put
can
the
go
link
check
to
it out.
Xenon in your channel. Yeah, there's so many additional streaming services that are coming online. I know that Twitch pissed people off, with a couple of the new rules that they can't had.
They're
come out a
taking
couple
all
of
the
months
money
ago.
basically. Like the content creators don't get much of
Yeah.
it,
So
and there's
definitely
kick and all
there
that stuff,
definitely
right?
needs to be some competition out there, and I think that having it a little bit more decentralized, where you can create your own content, you can own your own content, your own followers, and all of that stuff is going to be good for the
And you
community
can
as
make
well.
right as you're streaming clips and then sell them for points and stuff on Xenon.
Right.
Everything's made for the content creator and the community. It's really cool. If anybody goes over there and adds my channel and follows me, I can gift you a free 3-month subscription to my channel, which then gets me more points too, and for my rankings. But the thing is, you can do things like my subscribers, I do giveaways for them and all that stuff like that, right? Like all that cool stuff. But it's all geared towards the people and them benefiting from the system. And Troy and the founders are constant communication and you're talking to them on an everyday basis. So this is like the ground floor of really cool stuff. And I like that, where you can feel good about it. You understand it, the people. And that doesn't mean you only stream to Xenon. You can stream to Xenon and other things at the same time with all these restreaming services. And it's really cool that way. So, and I love that when you open up Xenon on the main page, you see me there because I'm the number one dude. And then when you go to the gaming page, not only that, it pops up whoever the top streamer is on top. Whoever's streaming currently and is ranked highest, it just makes it go there automatically, kind of at the top. And then you can go down and look below and it shows all the different streamers. So whenever, because of the hard work I put in, now when everyone just shows up, they just see me, which is amazing, because I'm I worked my butt off for this. I'm not just showing up. I'm DMing people. I'm making tweets. I'm doing giveaways. I'm working, in my mind, twice as hard as everybody else, because that's what I want, what I kind of do. That's what I tell myself, at least I'm doing, right? And I think that way, at least it makes me feel good about myself. Okay, so makes me feel like my time's valuable and I'm doing something good, whether it is or not, right? Maybe it's not, but when you do that, and then you can talk to the founders and talk to everyone involved, and when you put in that extra effort, they see it, and the people around you see it, and you build real relationships and friendships, and then you can build off of that and do stuff. And it's those steps of building those bricks of the foundation that results in you speaking at a conference or whatever. You got to put in the work. People have to see that you're very serious, and then they have to think that you have the talent to do it. But there's tons of opportunity out there if you just want to put your foot forward. It takes a lot of work, but it's there. So that's what I really love about it, is because whatever you want to do, I mean, Christian, all week I'm on Cheesehead TV and all these different shows and stuff, and it's amazing. And all these people that I used to watch thinking they're so cool are now my friends. And that's what we're doing here. Everyone's friends. We're all supporting each other. We call each other on the phone. We talk about things. We strategize and to help each other. And that is what the good part of the internet and Web3 and streaming is. That's an amazing thing that didn't exist in life before. That you don't need to go to a 4-year university or do a lot of things in order to become successful anymore. You can go on, you can learn and teach yourself and learn from other people, have mentors. So that's really the thing that excites me. So yeah, if anybody wants to go down, I can put the little link down there for Xenon, and you can go and stream there, and people come and they'll support you. I'll jump in and watch your stream, support you, all that kind of stuff. So cool. It's just a cool thing that you can do.
That's definitely cool, Doug. I mean, you're definitely paving the way for some of the other generation to come into a new platform and be able to do things that they can't really build an audience for anyplace else too. There's just so much that's going to pop up here in the next couple of years that's going to change the way that we all think about things. And, there's going to be all these really cool, decentralized, more open platforms that allow people to do things. I'm just amazed. I'm watching this, whoever this dude is, on level 217. I'm on level 110, and he's just kicking some serious ass. This champion with the red wings, she's one badass mofo, and she is just destroying. Look at that. I mean, there's not even a chance for this other guy. So I can't believe how good
Well,
some
they
of these
probably have
champions.
some of the legendaries. Oh my god, that guy on the horse. Oh my god, what is happening there?
Wow.
Right? Yeah, they got
Yeah.
a straight up deck of legendaries, man. They were laughing at me in Discord because I was like, "Oh, it's good. The game's getting tough." And they're like, "Doug, we have like sets of legendaries. We literally hit just autoplay and just watch, and we just tear through everyone." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I
Oh.
was like, "I don't have those legendaries." And they're like, "Doug, are you contributing in the castle? Are you helping build it?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't because you have to like get the starter packs to do it, and the store is not. You can't do it." So
Right.
like unless you bought the stuff way ahead of time. Um anyways, but it's really fun because it's like a social, thing. Everyone working together and doing it and everything. So I like that because it brings people together to work together, and then you can find friends, people that you really like. Same thing happened with the STG football thing. Some of the top players came in right away and streamed with me the first day, like a couple days ago. Were really nice, really talented, and I was like, please be on my team and like try to win the tournament. And they're just great people. So you can, and I was on the phone yesterday a bunch trying to connect an NFL player with the football video game to get them to maybe be in the tournament in the game. And it's not always easy to do this stuff to connect people, get them together, because people want to get paid stuff. They want to like do this or do that. And you have to have things match. And, but it's so cool to be able to try to get more people into these games to get Web3 and our friends and stuff, to that next level. And it can be done if you work all those angles.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the really cool things too is Classy had a stream this afternoon with Jason Bitbender, the president of Gala Games, and he
Mhm.
talked all about what's going on right now. And this is the release time that they have for Gala. So this is the time when things start to get really interesting. I mean, Champions Arena is going to be one. Poker Go is coming out in a couple of weeks. And then there's Echoes of Empires and Dirt and several other things are going to drop here before the end of the year. So people are going to get introduced to Gala if they haven't already, and they're going to start to figure out like, wow, these guys are actually building these incredible gaming projects. And these are things that I think people just they don't expect, because I'm just watching them play right now and I'm just like, wow, this is a game that I haven't really seen, done before when it comes to web. I'm used to the Web3 games that are just like pixelated, and they're kind of
Right.
play to earn. You've got to
There's a
like
lot of like
do some
mini
intricate
games.
things to make like
Just
an extra
yeah.
0.1 ETH or something. But this is just fun to watch.
Well, there's another game coming out that somebody tipped me off about. I didn't even know, wasn't even aware of it. And Michael Bisping, I think, isn't he an MMA fighter or something? He's part of it, and it's like a fantasy kind of game like Bannerlord, where you build empires and castles, and like it looks like you're in medieval times.
Mhm.
And I immediately saw the trailer for it, and I was like, this looks amazing. And it's a Web3 game, and they just went public, I think, today with a mint maybe. So now I'm like, dude, where are all these awesome games coming from? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because we are always thinking about we need more good games and stuff. And how did I not even hear about this one before? But it looks really cool. So I'll talk to you more about that game too. And it might be a really smart move to just grab one of their loot box things before they come out, because they're a lot cheaper than Gala games. But everybody has a certain kind of game they like, and this Block Lords game looks to me like maybe like my style of my favorite kind of games, because I like the medieval stuff. Right, we got DeFi Kingdoms, Dragon's Crossing, very medieval, very kind of like fun and fantasy. I really dig that style, and so I want to see more of that too. And this game too, Champions Arena is like that also. It's a little bit more like cartoony, but it's definitely in the kind of the fantasy RPG category.
Right. Right. Yeah, there's definitely a lot that's going on behind the scenes with some of these games that is going to really change people's minds about how they view Web3 games as a whole. And I just think that there's going to be so much more that comes in over time that you're just going to see like, oh, okay, this is really a quality product. And I really liked playing Clash of Clans, not for the simple fact that you played the game, but because we had a clan of 50 people and we
Right.
all played together and we all had a good time and we all did
Well,
did
Lords
things
Mobile
together.
is a kind of a similar game too that I played for a while, and that was all over the world, went crazy. And like when you get foreign countries and stuff involved, there's so much money that gets pumped into them. So people brought up that Lords Mobile game name talking about Champions Arena, and I was like, it's not exactly the same at all.
Right.
There's a lot of differences, but if you can get games where people want to play on a daily basis, they're part of a guild or whatever, and you feel like socially attached to it and you like the storytelling, it can really take off. So that's why I said earlier, this could be the Web3 game that really blows the roof off and does well, because it's just another Web2 fancy mobile game that people might really love, and it just happens to have NFTs in it.
Yeah, and I think that also too, one of the big things is that the gameplay itself has got to really appeal to different players, because I know that I'm not going to be the best by any means, but as long as I've got a chance to go out there and make my way through it and figure it out as I go, I'll be pretty happy with that. And I just think that
I want to be the best, KP. I want to be the best. I want to be number one like these dudes. But the difference is I'm not willing to spend every day and all day playing this game. So
right,
yeah, we have to figure out a different way to have fun with the game. And I think it's going to be making the content and talking about what's the best player, what's the best thing, strategy, whatever. And, our friends that we're in the guild with seem to be some of the best players. So that's cool too.
Yeah, they are. And that's really cool because, when you have a guild of people that really take pride in what it is they're doing, they're just going to make you that much better. So I'm hoping that they can, earn for me, right? Get out there, work for me, damn it.
Work for me. Yeah. Well, even now in the Discord, when one of the mods was like, "Hey, Doug, by the way, are you like contributing in the guild?" And like, because you have to like give gems and stuff to build the castle. And I'm like, bro, have we met before? Do you know who I am? You think I'm just going to sit around on my hands and not contribute and help build the castle? I'm like, who do you think you're talking to, bro? Because they're trying to get rid of people that are not actually contributing. But like, I was kind of joking just because like I can't. The game won't let me. You can't buy anything. So like, I don't have any choice but to sit there and play. I can't do the guild stuff right now, and a lot of people can't. But they're worried that people will say that they're interested in the game and want to play it, and then they don't actually contribute, and they can't see on their end who's actually putting in the gems or not. They don't know. So they have to go through and do this stuff. But it's not an easy job to run these projects, the guilds and whatever. It's a lot of work. So I'll just appreciate it and have fun and make jokes and stuff and just enjoy the ride. And there's going to be a lot of games we're playing, man. I got to go practice my shoutcasting for the STG football thing, and maybe get some tips from Classy how to get that high pitched, shoutcast. But, he's the man. He's definitely a talented shoutcaster at Classy Games. It's good stuff. So he's got the voice you can't not listen to. It just goes right in your ear. Exactly. So, it's good time. So I'm really, really excited about this. But the number one thing I'm excited about is you involved in Grady and Classy Games. 3 people that I really like hanging out with and going and doing streams with. That's what I care about. The game itself being good is like cherry on the top, right? I'm excited about the game being cool, but the way cooler part is being able to stream and have fun and play with your friends.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun game. I mean, we already know that. It's going to be really cool to play, and it's going to be play to earn. So, hopefully we can go out there, at least make a little bit of money from the time that we put into these games, which is really cool. And then also to upgrade our characters, like you were saying, get a group of legendaries together, let them go out there, let them battle, hopefully be able to play your way up. That's the one thing that I think is missing out in games, right? So if you can come in for free and you can play for a couple of months and then be able to convert your free players or free heroes into NFTs and then take those NFTs and be able to compete in the arena and then be able to actually make money from it, that would be huge, right? People from all over the world, us like, in the US, we get so jaded by like, oh yeah, we made $10 or $15 in a day. But for a lot of people, that's a ton of money. So if they could do that by playing this game, that would be amazing.
That's actually the reason I was like kind of supportive of Friend Tech, because it was one of those systems. If you have a big following on Twitter, but you live in a third world country, or like TQ that lives in the Philippines and has a very tiny income, if they can just get a little bit of something for all the work, because she puts an insane amount of work into the industry, right? Supporting games, players and stuff, and is very selfless. So there's these things that were like games, like, whatever situations where it could be cool for them. It's not a big deal for me so much. It's nice and everything. Even with Dragon's Cross, I'm going to make a profit this season, but it's not like, it's more like for clout and just, it feels cool. You know what I mean? It feels cool to win, like, it's not the end of the world, or whatever. So I do really, really like this stuff about Web3. And people in the chat right now, or people watching later, that link I put to the Xenon thing, copy and paste it. If you go in there right now into the Xenon or right after the stream, just you can copy and paste it like and wait till afterwards. But go in there. I'm streaming on there right now. I'm streaming this, like us doing this right now. And I will give you a subscription so that you can be in the giveaways when I do some giveaways to the subscribers and stuff. And then you can come back and tell Christian if you thought it was a cool platform or not, or if it's totally terrible. So like you can, we like feedback. We want to know, what do people like? Do people like a platform? Is it fun for them? And everyone can try all this stuff out and make new friends.
Definitely. And I also, too, like I said, had a chance to talk to some of the guys at Gala. They're going to be doing some really cool giveaways. I'm hoping that I can get at least one champion or two and be able to give them away on the channel.
Yes. So that's also a good secret move, K-Dog.
Yeah,
I'll message in the DMs and be like, hey, by the way, Gala Games, I know Classy's like the best in the world at this, but if you want to give me a champion to give away, I would be okay with that. If you, if you thought it was worth your while, not a big deal. If not, I'll just give away a hamburger, whatever. But the key is if you're giving value, if you're doing something of value, right? Like all this stuff that you're doing with your stream, with Crypto or Us and stuff, you put a lot of value into things. I mean, heck, guys, literally the other day I was like, hey, K-Dog, your stream setups are so cool. How do you do them? And you even were like, Doug, I'll help you make some and stuff. And I was like, that's way too nice of you. But like the support that we get around here is super, super cool, because what happens is if you're giving and trying to do cool stuff for people and put yourself out there and work really hard at it, well, you know what happens? People want to do stuff for you. They want to be like, hey, let me be part of what you're doing, right? That positive push, that work. I mean, I wake up every morning knowing like, how am I going to schedule my day and get all this stuff done? And what am I even going to do today half the time? Because as the day progresses, you have to kind of adjust and be like, wait, the football game just released this. Okay, now I have to go over here and do all this tweeting and do all this stuff, and it take an hour to do this. So it's quite a difficult and challenging thing, but it doesn't feel difficult so much. It feels kind of fun a little bit, it's a good time. So so I'm real excited to be on today with you and for this game and this weekend to do more stuff too. I'm sure I'll be streaming from Rare Evo and putting stuff on Twitter all weekend. It's going to be fun in the lazy river, man. So watch out.
Definitely. That's going to be so awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Make sure you guys get out there on Xenon. Check out DougHype.tv. If you're going to be in Denver, go to Rare Evo and say hi. And, we'll get together more, have some more streams. We're both in the same Hydra guild, guys. Go check it out.
We got to give you the Hydra secrets. It's like top secret Hydra.
It's
right?
So cool. You're watching right now this guy who just is kicking some serious ass on level 3.
He's like 2 weeks ahead of us already.
3.9, and it's amazing to me. This is like, man, come out and watch some more in Discord. This guy is just kicking ass right now. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell notification. And I'll see you guys on the next video.
Let's do this.
No time to rest. Spread the breath of death. Follow the scent of death.
Have a pleasant dream. This will make everyone